it. I would like to follow up one question, like with Adeola. Like, Adeola, you are working with different retailers, especially on the email marketing, the challenges, and you are helping them. So, like in your mind and based on your experience, what an ideal replenishment journey looks like?
Oh, brilliant question. The ideal journey essentially takes into consideration most of the things that Margarita has said. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a follow-up that makes sense. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes beyond replenishment, even having reviews. If you know that a customer has used
Mm-hmm.
or bought this product a few times, you don't necessarily need to send a review. But if it's
Mm-hmm.
their first time using the product, yes, send a review, but take into consideration returns or cancellations of orders. So a great program or a great automation really does go deeper on the customer level. It doesn't sit at automation level. We're looking a lot more deeper into how a customer has interacted, who they are in the journey. So are they a first time user? Are they a VIP customer? Are they actually a lapsed or returning customer? And how are we going to engage with them until the point of replenishment? So it
Mm-hmm.
all comes into consideration, because those touch points before replenishment also will determine how that customer interacts with your campaign. So, taking away the price sensitivities, the timing, whether or not it is down on user level in terms of replenishing at the right moment. If those comms up until that point are not aligned with the replenishment strategy within itself, then that can also bring that whole automation down. So the
Mm-hmm.
perfect journey isn't just replenishment, it is everything that happens before replenishment as well as after.
That is great. Especially, I like the idea of like sending surveys or NPSs. So
Hmm.
like I'm taking into this in my mind as a like the product feature. That is because like after the first experience, I think if in order to sustain the retention, you need to understand the customer's first experience. If there is any like the challenges he or she is experienced with the product. So like that's why we can focus on the product retention too, because like yes, we have user retention, but also like how happy the customers with the product. So we need to understand that one as far as I understand, right?
Yes, no, exactly. But you see, the thing is, retention isn't just about retaining the customer on your product.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Retention is about retaining the customer with you. So if your whole strategy is just focused purely on replenishment, but it's not considered within the entire ecosystem of what that customer receives, then ultimately that program may fall, because the customer doesn't see replenishment, it doesn't see reminders, it doesn't see out of stock, it just sees you. And it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know that one department is controlling this and another department is controlling that. They literally
Mm-hmm.
just see you. So
I
everything
see.
needs to work. As this slide is showing 8 steps in a circle, that circle is almost like an infinity. It is an ecosystem, and everything has to
Definitely.
coexist in line with your replenishment
Mm-hmm.
program. So when you're thinking about retention, it's not about thinking about retaining the person on a product, because, okay, this water, I drink Buxton water, and it's not a replenishable product. But what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say is, I will choose to go to a specific place to buy this water over somewhere else simply
Oh.
because of the environment. And I know that I can get other bits and pieces in that store. Price
Mm-hmm.
can be a thing that sways a customer away, but it doesn't have to be if the entire experience with you is a star, right? So
Right.
that's why I
Fantastic.
say that replenishment is very much necessary, but it must also sit in the ecosystem of the entire customer experience for it to really hold its weight and value and retain.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, other external factors won't necessarily be something that works against you, but actually works with you, because you've seen the whole journey, not just
Journey.
a moment of it. Does that make sense?
Fantastic. Really, pretty much. Thank you very much for a detailed and then the extensive answer. I do appreciate it.